Hey, Brett.
Hey, Jen.
What you doing?
Standing here next to my new friend.
Who's your buddy?
Oh, he's a Bobcat, or specifically an ASV brand. But yeah, it's been helping me out. Put the gas cap back on. But yeah, do a little bit of work around the property past day or two. A little bit of leveling, a little bit of moving dirt around. Probably 4 projects in one. I got finished with this thing in 2 days. So if you like, take you for a walk and show you what we did.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Well, the first thing you're going to see is a lot of dirt.
There is a lot of dirt.
That area is quite a low-lying area, and it gets a lot of water. We call it Lake Hagen. When it rains, it all runs into there and kind of stands because it's compacted and it's clay. So took some dirt from elsewhere out of the property and dumped it in there, hopefully trying to level it off a little bit better, and eventually we'll fill it in more and extend the garden over into that area. But we need to deal with the water issue there. So hopefully this should make a big difference.
I hope so.
That should be half of the issue solved, I think. We may need to get some more rocks or something in there in the future, but I think this is a good beginning. So we've always had sort of a white rock driveway going back.
Always. It's been a couple of weeks.
It was buried under a lot of dirt and grass. It was always been there, but obviously getting buried, it couldn't really use it. So we put some more rocks on top of it to make it a little bit better. And we also extended a pathway back towards the chickens, back towards the land. Got rid of piles of dirt, piles of wood chips, piles of everything that's been laying around. I know I made a video before, said I've got too many piles.
You have no piles now.
All the piles are now gone.
Woohoo!
So, yeah.
It's a little chilly this afternoon.
It is.
The temperature's suddenly dropped.
A lot of this dirt that I pulled out from other places brought over here, I'm going to have to spray for weeds because goodness knows what's in there.
It is a lot more level now, though.
Yeah, it's about better.
There's a little bit of rake, tidy up work to do just to flatten it out a little bit, I think, but nothing too crazy. The hard work is done, the raking, just to bring it level up to the driveway, which has also been topped up as well with some rock. So now we've got both the driveways properly connected. So yeah, there were 2, how many piles were there here? 3? There was 1 of dirt and 2 of crushed concrete.
Yeah. Yeah, we had 2 loads of crushed concrete come in. There's a little bit of dirt left over. And the dirt all the way in the back.
Let's go take a look.
Yeah.
This is going to be so much better in the winter.
Yeah, this area became a little bit, I don't know, what's the word? Construction zone-ish.
Dumping
It
ground.
looks like it's pretty bad here. But I think once it rains and all the dirt washes out, everything settles, it'll be all right.
It'll be fine eventually.
But this is mainly done for when we walk back to the chickens in the winter time. So we have a nice area to walk in that's not covered in snow and ice and water.
So we can just take a snow shovel with us and make ourselves a little path through if necessary.
Even a snowblower.
Depends on what the winter's going to do this year. It's year 1 we got 3 feet of snow. Year 2 we got about 3 inches of snow. So we shall see.
So I cleared all the way back to here with the crushed concrete. It's kind of nice. There's a lot of crushed chunks in it, but there's also a lot of powder. So hopefully this powder will wash down and create a nice base layer underneath. But yeah, if you remember, this area was all overgrown with trees. When we came back to start doing the clearing of the buckthorn, there was a huge pile of dirt there, and then a couple other piles I created with manure and different things.
Yep.
There's still a little pile there. I have some tomatoes, some wild tomatoes growing in.
Yeah.
But besides that, no, all the piles are gone.
Yep, it's pretty flat.
So now the next part's going to be spray the weeds, put a little some grass seed down, put down some tenacity spray, because tenacity will let grass grow, but it'll kill the weeds. So yeah, a little bit of work left on this part.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Coming up to the chickens, we have some of the wood chips that I'd stashed here. It's pretty messy, but it'll level itself out. And
That's
wash
somewhere
out.
else that needs a little raking around. But that'll be fine. That's not a big deal, raking the wood chips. There seems to be pieces of metal and stuff in it as well.
Well, there's a couple things from
Yeah.
metal. It's plastic.
Oh, is that what it is?
Where the wood pile was.
Oh.
I don't know. It's old. Someone's. Looks like a plastic piece around someone's license plate.
Huh, I bet that went with the truck
Maybe.
bed cap.
Who knows? Who knows?
He also got rid of all the rubbish and debris that was underneath the old apple tree. This apple tree is still alive for now.
Sort of.
So there was a full-size street light, bunch of lumps of concrete and just pieces of stuff under there. So that's all been moved.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good job. It actually really opens up this area
A lot. Yeah.
a lot.
And it's gonna get a lot more sun back here, I think, as well.
Yeah, it will. It really will. Huh. Hey, Jeepers.
So coming on back here, this is where I've done most of the, I'll call it landscaping. I don't know, flattening, leveling, digging. Aggressive train. I think years ago there was a, I don't know, they dumped a pile of rocks back here, overgrown with dirt, vegetation, or whatever it was. It looks like rocks. I kind of had my hand at trying to grade this a little better and see how it goes. It's better than what it used to be. There used to be a large, what do I call it, step up.
We'll just go around the tree.
It was probably a foot or two higher than the rest of it.
Yeah, it was.
So I was able to scrape the tops off as best I could. And then I actually pushed back over to our property line a bit more. And cleared out this bottom part with all the brush and vegetation. And I don't know if it's going to work, but I dug a little ditch. Because the way the water seems to run down this way.
It does. It's slightly sloped, isn't it?
So I
Headed
thought a
down
little
this
bit
way.
of a ditch there might help a little bit. It's hard to see when you're in it, in the Bobcat driving around, but I guess it kind of...
It's actually quite muddy.
Yeah, the lowest part of the ditch is right here. A little higher up than that point over there. So I don't know what will happen, if it will work, if it won't work. I don't know. But at least we're back on our property now, cut the property line.
Yeah. So this is actually a lot more level now, even though it's still slightly sloped. Because there was a big hole over here
Yeah,
that you filled in.
I sort of filled it in the best I could. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than what it was. You can see all the rocks spread out. I wish I would have had this pile. If it was just a pile of rocks, it would have been great. But
Yeah.
it was all mixed in with the dirt and mud, and it was embedded in. There's no way of getting it out.
We have no idea how long it was there for either.
No. I'm going to guess 20 years.
Yeah, so it's a lot more level. So we will be able to make this into better pasture land.
Mm-hmm.
Nice pasture.
Yeah, nice pasture. But yeah, it's definitely beat up around here with the grass and dirt and rocks and stuff. So, like I said, again, we'll have more grass seed, some clover seed down, and hopefully by next summer this will be good to go.
Well, we've always said with this land that we've got to make it worse in order to make it better.
Yeah, yeah. And still have a couple of my, I think they were mulberries? No, they were, I don't forget what they were, but they're over here. I tried to go around them with the Bobcat the best I could.
Is that the beauty berries?
No, I don't know what the, I forget. But they're definitely in there. They're alive.
Mm.
Oh no, those are what are they called? Elderberries.
Oh, elderberries. Huh.
I believe.
That's good. Oh, they're still alive then. That's always promising.
Yeah.
We'll see if they survive the work that the electric company is going to do
Yeah.
in the next few weeks.
So, either way, yeah, I just wanted a quick show of what we did.
Yeah. It's looking good. Although I did just trip over a root.
Yeah, there's a lot of those out here.
But all of this is going to settle as time goes on.
A lot of it will settle out over the winter.
Yeah. And things will rot down again. Because this hasn't been snowed on since it's been cleared, has it? I was trying to work out. I think it was February, wasn't it, that we
They've
had
a couple
this.
freezes and thaws, but not much.
But not a lot because it was just mud, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So by the time we'd had this cleared, kind of we were finished with the snow, because I remember walking through when it was still wooded, fully wooded in the snow when people were looking and giving us estimates. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens to this land after it's been snowed on without all the trees.
I think it'll look a lot better come spring. I think it'll flatten a lot of it out, even out the highs and lows, and kind of bring it all together, hopefully.
Yeah. Well, I'm hearing what sounds like somebody complaining about an egg being laid. So I might go and check out and see if there's
Let's go see.
some more eggs. This is something new. Our neighbor now has 2 horses behind us. So it's really nice to come out here and you see the horses as well. It makes you feel like we live in the countryside, even though we don't really.
It's nice you get just a faintest whiff of horse, which I think is kind of a nice smell, like barn smell, but
Yeah.
obviously that smell gets overwhelming quite quickly.
We'll see how it is in the height of summer.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if the ladies were just complaining. We've had 3 eggs so far. The last 4 days we've had 4 eggs. Today we've had 3. So we're pretty convinced, well, we know for a fact that at least 4 of them are laying. Somebody had laid an egg just outside of the run, out of the coop yesterday. It was just sitting on the ground.
Nope. 2.
What are you lot complaining about? So much to say, haven't you? All of you lot. There's Belinda. Oh, you lot are so noisy. Hi. And little Nugget. Hi, little Nugget. Okay, well, that's what Brett's been doing for the last couple of days. Anything else to add?
I'm hungry.
Yes.
Time for lunch.
It is time for lunch. So, on that note, say bye, Brett.
Bye, Brett.